Two strangers disenfranchised with life are taken on a journey through portals to their past by a very sentient sat-nav. Film fans of YouTube, hello and welcome back to the channel. I am Josh, your Movie Apprentice, and today, as voted by yourselves on the community poll on YouTube, I am looking at a big, bold, beautiful journey, directed by Kogonada and starring Colin, Farrell and Margot Robbie. This is a film that intrigued me in its trailer, but upon viewing the film, I definitely have mixed feelings about it. Before I get into my full thoughts, if you like seeing on the channel, make sure you click that like button and subscribe for more video views to let us come in all the time. Without further ado, let's jump right into this one. To start off with, I do enjoy the structure of this movie, this idea of being so out of touch and disinterested in everyday life and looking at everything through a cynical lens and being taken through these doorways associated with key moments in your past and your history and interacting with your past self and people from the past. I liked that idea. It had a very Ghibli-esque style to it. This is a film that I feel like 100% would have worked better for me had it been just a straight up anime movie, because that's the premise. It very much feels like that. This is a film that you have to really get into that suspension of disbelief. If you're not buying into the suspension or you're not prepared to throw all logic out the window from the get-go, then you're going to struggle to buy into this movie. Margot Robbie is phenomenal in this. Genuinely, she is one of the best actresses in Hollywood, and I will not hear anything otherwise about her, because even in small roles, like her small role in The French Dispatch, and roles in films that I personally don't feel like are very good or are very middle of the road, she always ends up being a highlight in this. And the best scene in this is her interacting with a very important figure from her past and pretending to be a different age to what she is. That whole sequence for me just felt fantastic, and she is just phenomenal in her performance. What she does with her face, it's like she stays in sort of the same mold, but the way she manages to emote so much with her eyes and the slight changes in her genuine smile, it adds a lot into the movie. Colin Farrell, I do love him as an actor. I think he's a very good actor, but Margot Robbie eats him alive in this one. And this is where my big issue with the movie comes, is that in order to buy this romance that the film is trying desperately to set up, their chemistry did not work for me. There are times where it feels like there's a little bit of a spark there, something that is flowing between the two characters. Overall, I did not buy these two as a couple. I didn't buy them getting together. I just didn't really buy the chemistry between these two, even though they were trauma dumping on each other constantly and having these little looks towards each other. Like, the attempt's there and the effort is there, but it just doesn't work for me watching this film as a whole. And to be honest, it had a uphill battle, because their first interaction at a wedding at the beginning of the movie, the dialogue in it is rough. It does not sound like a conversation I can foreseeably see any human being doing. It was always finding an uphill battle from there, and unfortunately, it just did not improve for me. It just felt like this was two characters that get together because the film's telling them to, the sat nav is telling them to. I do buy into the fact that they are down for this crazy journey because they're so disinterested in life that this random, almost sentient sat nav is telling them to go on this journey together. Who are they to say no? They are so done with life that it makes sense that they would just go along for this journey. And seeing the way the film's laid out and the different scenarios they enter into, it works very well for me. I do love this whole sequence where it intercuts between them almost on stage, performing, putting on an act for those around them whilst hiding who they truly are inside. That's an element that I do like about the movie. I feel like in terms of the character growth and development and the evolution of the characters, one character evolves way more than the other. And the latter character that I feel like doesn't evolve, it just feels like, comparatively looking at his two characters and the journeys they go through, we seem to see a lot from one character, and the other one just kind of stays in almost the same place. I don't buy into them suddenly being optimistic about the world. His literal last scene is telling the younger version of them that life just sucks and that is okay. And compared to the character arc of the other one, it just feels like that arc is very underserved. And another big complaint I have with this movie is the inconsistency with the rules. The way the film lays out these door portals is you would go in, these people from your past would see you as you were at that age and interact with you like you were that age. They never seem to break that illusion, but at a certain point, they do suddenly snap into a, yeah, this is a test, this is making you face a traumatic or big event in your past. And it gets very inconsistent with that element. There are sometimes they'll go through a door and there is never any revelation of a test or a new insight. It just feels very inconsistent in how the rules play out in each portal, especially when it comes to the final portal, because the final portal for Colin Farrell's character involves him occupying the body of someone else and talking to his younger self. It doesn't really add much to his younger self in this conversation. As you can probably tell, I liked one half of the arcs and the other half I was not huge on. And if I really bought the romance, I would have bought into it a lot more. Of the chemistry just worked for me. And let's not forget as well, the way this sat nav gets introduced is they both go to the same car dealership for emergencies because their car is broken down or towed or whatever. And you have these very larger than life characters like swearing nonsensically. And it feels like it's trying to be witty and funny, but it's almost trying too hard to do that. I don't know. I don't know what the film wanted me to feel about this character or the concept of this car rental agency that's actually a front for making someone completely miserable face their past. I get the ideas in this film. I love the inspirations in it. I love the idea of it, but I just don't feel like this concept works in a live action format. Or if it does, it needs to be executed in a slightly different way to what it was in this one, because I spent half this film wanting it to be play out like an animated film. Heck, this is one of those films where I feel like it works if you just take out a romantic element of it. Have it be two strangers that don't have to get together. They just need someone to meet in their life, or just have it be one person. One person so this franchise with life that they're pushing everyone away. They go to this wedding because they feel like they're forced to. It's an obligation and not really excited about it. Then have them being sent on this journey. And maybe someone comes along for the ride. Maybe a kid that's not even being jaded by the world yet. Something like that. Because as is, this film unfortunately doesn't work as well for me as it probably should do. But I did enjoy the structure. Margot Robbie is fantastic. I love the influences that are clearly present within this film. But before I get into my overall grade, if you like what you're seeing on the channel, click the like button and subscribe for more video reviews. Let us welcome in all the time. Without further ado, let's grade this. A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey is a film that has heavy ghibli influences, features a fantastic performance by Robbie, and I like the overall concept and structure of it, but I feel like it could have been executed better in either a different format or the plot being adjusted slightly to not include the romance, the inconsistent rules, and the lack of chemistry between the two leads. This is a film that I wanted to like more than I did. And I'm going to have to say that for me, A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey is a film that has too much milk. So, A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. Have you seen it? If you have, let me know you thought down in the comments below. And again, like, subscribe for more videos that's coming all the time. Until next time, everybody, my name is Josh. I've been Movie Apprentice. I'll see you all in the next video.